I have two questions for you. Number one, what the f are these? And number two, why do I like them so much? Let's get started. Hi everyone, welcome to One Six Figure Focus, and in this video we're going to take a look at Tyler and Johnson from the upcoming Warriors of the Future movie. I say that as if I know what I'm talking about. I absolutely don't. I literally just went onto YouTube and watched the trailer. Doesn't look bad. I've kind of seen similar things like that about 100 times before, but it looks like a, action-filled, CGI-fueled science fiction film. But I have to say, the first thing I thought when I looked at Instagram the other day really quickly, I was kind of half asleep and I took a quick look at it and I thought, are they doing the colonial marines from Aliens very quickly? But obviously they aren't, and I was a bit disappointed by that. But these suits, whatever they are, I know nothing about the movie, only from what I watched in the trailer like 5 minutes ago. Some meteorite crashes into Earth, and there's like an alien comes out and tries to take over the planet and stuff like that, or try to like absorb the planet or something. And obviously these people here come in to try and kill it. That was the gist of it. But the look of these suits, I love design, and I love like Starship Troopers. The first one is a guilty pleasure of mine. I absolutely love the Aliens film. The second one in particular, I like them all, but the second one in particular, and it kind of looks like Starship Troopers, Edge of Tomorrow, those kind of mech suits, something maybe like out of Halo or did Gears of War look something like this? I'm not a gamer, but they look cool. They look very cool. So we're just going to take a look at each of these individually. Okay, so this is Tyler, 6-scale figure by Hot Toys, based on the movie Masterpiece series. Based on the likeness of the actor, let me get this right, I have it here. It's Louis Koo as Tyler. So he plays Tyler in this particular movie. I believe he's a very popular Asian actor. I don't know anything about him, to be honest. It's $320. It's due to ship sometime between July 2023 and December 2023. Let's take a look at what he comes at. Okay, so that's interesting. So you have the box, which must have been signed by him, so 2022. This must be Louis Koo's, I hope I'm getting that right. If I'm not, let me know in the comment section down below. Signature, and then you have this piece here, kind of a diorama Rocky base, kind of like the Mark 85, but like the Mark 85 was kind of more flat. This is kind of like edged up on one side, but it's a Rocky looking base. How different could it be? And yeah, this kind of exosuit or whatever it's called looks pretty heavy. So what does he come with? So obviously you have the likeness of this particular actor. I haven't really scrutinized the trailer, so I can't really comment too much. It kind of looks like the guy that I saw in the trailer that I'm thinking about. So yeah, I mean, looks okay, but like I'm not an expert. I'm not too familiar with this actor. So maybe if you are, again, let me know in the comment section down below. So you've got a lot of detail here in this particular suit. You have this kind of mask that goes over the face. So this is obviously the kind of open version, so you can see the actor's likeness. And then the mask it reminds me of the Vulture from Homecoming, actually, the way it kind of clips over the top of the face, and then you have the light up eyes as well. Lots of detail going on in this suit, which we will look at in later pictures. You got this kind of like, I'm going to call it a pulse rifle, because if you know, but I don't think they actually call it a pulse rifle. You have some sort of a blade here. Got the base, and I don't know what these are. Are these bombs or detonators? A bunch of swap out hands, and I believe there's some sort of a handgun. And this here, I can't really tell. Maybe they're just kind of showing the thigh and the kind of the mechanics here. Alright, so let's take a look at all of these photos. First impression is it looks cool. This is just like purely just looks cool. Very like Starship Troopers, very Aliens, Edge of Tomorrow, Halo, whatever you want. Just a very cool design. Just kind of exosuit, this armored suit. The gun looks cool as well. It really does remind me of those pulse rifles from Alien. You have all these kind of gears and these metal parts on the outside. You can see the material underneath, and then these metal kind of armor plates are on. I like the straps here. So this obviously straps onto his front. Then I suppose in the movie he must have some sort of a base suit. I wonder, did he suit up first with this base suit and then put the stuff on outside, or how? That's neither here nor there. And then the Rocky diorama. I wonder, I'd say the articulation might be actually alright in these scenes. A lot of this is material, and then you've got the armored parts above. But I wonder, will this will probably restrict articulation here. But we'll wait and see. Rifle looks really cool. I really like that design. It's a real chunky looking blaster. That is pretty cool. And then you have, so this is Tyler, and then this is Johnson, I believe. So we're going to take a look at him in a minute. That actually looks like the Thanos base, or a version of it. Is it the Thanos base? It actually looks like the Thanos base, maybe a different paint app or something like that. Yeah, look, this looks cool. But look, if you've been following the channel, you know that like I collect what I love. I mean, I can't afford everything. There's a lot of cool stuff that looks cool, and I know would look great on the shelf. I pass on a lot of things that I like to collect, things I love. So I mean, this is, I'd have to really, really, really like the movie. But to be honest, judging by the trailer, I'll definitely give it a look. I'd like to see it. I don't know, is it going to be even released in the cinemas, or will it even be released in the cinemas here? But I'm sure I'll get it in some platform to be able to see it. But yeah, these look good. This kind of has this kind of a blade here going on. There you have the kind of, that's an unusual place to put a holster on his chest, or just kind of on his abdomen, really. The kind of holster. Interesting choice. Maybe that's because of like all these metal things on the sides. I presume it's screen accurate. Like I said, I haven't seen the movie. This is kind of cool the way like this like clips in then, and the whole thing looks like, it does look very Vulture-esque when it's clipped in. I like this the details here, and these kind of like metal pieces that are coming up from behind his head and then joined down onto the shoulder pads. A lot of detail going on. I even like the way it's like just a number here, 26. The gloves look kind of cool. There's a lot going on here. It's a very dark figure, but when you really zoom in and look at the detail, there's a lot going on. It's kind of like the Batman. When I first saw the suit, I didn't like it, but then I saw the Hot Toys, put up the promotional pics for the Batman that they're doing, and they're a bit, it was still, and it was a bit like better lit, and you could zoom in and see all the little pieces. Obviously, the movie was very, very dark, so you couldn't see because he was moving very fast. It's dark, but there's a lot going on here. It's a dark piece, but there is a lot going on here. I think that's pretty cool looking, strange looking. It looks so different. Like here, it looks so different. And like it's it's kind of good because like, I mean, just going back to the Batman there, just shoot him in the face, just shoot him on the chin. But here they've been very clever, and they've got a mask there to cover him up, like so. Oh, they're thinking. Yeah. So look, oh, it looks deadly from the side. I have to say, these pieces, it's great when you see them. Obviously, they do a lot of Star Wars. They do a lot of Marvel, and then they do less DC. But then every now and then they throw out RoboCop 3, and it restores my faith, thinking maybe, just maybe, they'll go back and reissue some Terminator figures. Maybe they'll go back even further and they'll do some Aliens, Colonial Marines figures. Maybe they'll give us a Ripley and a Power Loader. Because sometimes I think, nah, that's not going to happen. And then suddenly the DeLorean, after 7 years, comes out of like purgatory, and it kind of goes, okay, yeah, maybe this could happen. Then RoboCop comes out, or it looks like they're going to reissue that 89 Batman. They're delving back into these things. It's looking good, and I like the way they've given us this. So this is like, some of these one-offs are fantastic. Like, I didn't like the new Matrix film, but the figure, I still think the figure looks good. I'm not going to get it. Alita is a great example. That's just a standalone figure. This here, even like to an extent, I know Peacemaker is DC, like, but it's they're kind of giving us these figures. But these come right out of left field. I just did not see this coming at all, and I'm glad they're doing things like this, because it shows they're not just Disney, even though they're predominantly Disney with the whole Marvel and Star Wars thing. Let's take a quick look at Johnson. So this is the Johnson 6-scale figure by Hot Toys Movie Masterpiece series, based on the likeness, one second I get this guy's name right, Sean Lau, I believe. He plays Johnson in this upcoming movie, Warriors of Future. Is it Warriors of no, it's just Warriors of Future. Very, very Starship Troopers again, Colonial Marines, Edge of Tomorrow, that kind of stuff. Like, again, like all those movies, like Starship Troopers, it's a guilty pleasure, but I'd still watch it. Aliens, fantastic. Edge of Tomorrow, really good film as well. If you haven't seen it, check it out. So this is $320 and also due for shipment, are due to be released between July and December of 2023 next year. Interesting that this guy's eyes are a different color. The last one was kind of like a light green, kind of a green color, but this one has the red eyes. I wonder, is that like so they can kind of tell them apart? I wonder, is like the different, I don't know, is it like a hierarchy thing? Like, do the kind of the squad leaders have one color, and then like the regular troopers have another, like, which would be kind of interesting. So first impressions, like the sculpt, I'm not familiar with this guy, but just looks, again from the trailer, it looks good. It just looks so lifelike, which is, let's face it, that's why we buy Hot Toys. I really like this kind of pulse rifle style blaster here. The exosuit looks good. Again, I really like these pieces that connect to the shoulder blades and go in then to the shoulder pads. This looks cool. A lot of detail going on as well for a dark figure. Got the rocky base, the crotch grabber. Again, the material suit underneath, which I do think might make articulation a bit easier. But I'm wondering how these side pieces, which seems to connect the thigh armor up to kind of like the back of it almost, wonder will they, I'm guessing they're going to impede articulation in somewhat. But I mean, they got these guys in some kind of simple but cool poses. That looks really cool. Just look at the difference between this when it's open. It looks like a completely different figure. Like I know his face is closed and stuff like that, but it just looks beastly or something. Pretty cool stuff. Yeah, hats off to Hot Toys for giving us something that's not DC, Star Wars, or Marvel. So this is Johnson 6-scale figure from Warriors of Future, and then you have I can't tell, is that the other guy in the back, or is this a different one? I can't tell because the image there is quite small, but I think it's the other character, Tyler. Even the back, the detail, kind of like the spine bit and like the angle, even like the angle of these kind of metal pieces that come up here, kind of reminds me of oh god, that Matt Damon film Elysium. I only seen it once. Remember it being okay. Need to go back and watch it again. Head sculpt just looks so lifelike there. Masks I find are creepy but cool at the same time. They're kind of very Vulture-esque. I just see the Vulture here and it's in a cool way. Or it reminds me of there's one of the Terminators, I think it's Terminator Salvation, one of the older versions of the Terminator is there, and it kind of looks like this. Is it the T-800? I think it was before the T-800. This, yeah, look. And they look deadly together. Like, this is just right up my alley. I'm just a sucker for those, that kind of big, heavy-duty, bulky, futuristic science fiction armor. Like, I'm just a sucker for that stuff, you know, with all the bells and whistles hanging off it. Yeah, these look good. Can't rule them out, but like, I'd have to watch the movie. If I love the movie, you know, then this would be a consideration. But haven't seen the movie, but based on these figures alone, because I knew nothing about it, and after watching the trailer, I'll give it a look. Very, very CGI. Very, very, I'd say it could be marketed towards 16-year-old boys, but yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Just a quick look at everything that he comes with. Obviously, he has to have the face sculpt of the actor Sean Lau. You've got just all this detailing on the exosuit. I don't know what it's actually called. I'm going to call it an exosuit. You've got the mask. I presume this is going to light up these eyes as well. Just the detail on the thigh armor and all this kind of these metal pieces. That looks like a little hatchet he has there. Not sure what this is. Is that some sort of a flame effect or something? I'm not sure about that. Pulse rifle, diorama base. These are like smoke canisters or something like that. Swap out arms. You have also the the handgun and a blade, and the handgun kind of clips on, I think, to the front, is it? Similar to the other one. Yeah, look, both of these figures look great. Like, they're just speaking my language. Like I said, Colonial Marines, Starship Troopers, Edge of Tomorrow, the kind of heavy duty exosuit. Pretty cool pieces. Definitely going to check out the movie and then I'll decide. But if the movie's pants, then easy pass, I'd say. But if the movie's amazing, then you never know. Alright, look, if you want to support the channel, by the way, if you have actually clicked that subscribe button, massive thank you. If you've also been kind enough to catch me on a live stream, tune in and engage in the chat, and particularly to the people who have super chatted, because as I mentioned on my chats before, I am donating all the proceeds of the channel from August 1st to December 31st of this year to a charity of my choice. I'll do that in January. So thank you very much for watching. If you want to support the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of these things. Like, are you looking forward to the movie? Did you know about the movie, or did they just catch you on the hop and are you delighted to see Hot Toys are finally doing things that are more, you know, not Star Wars, DC, or Marvel? You can also follow me on Instagram and follow me on Twitter. That's it. See you in the next one. That's the end of the video. Good luck.